Have you ever wondered which countries people regret moving to the most? Well, you're in for a surprise. Today we're going to delve into the top 10 countries that people often wish they hadn't relocated to. This isn't about bashing these countries, it's about sharing real-life experiences and the challenges faced by expats. Our list is determined based on a range of factors including the cost of living, cultural differences, language barriers, and even the climate. We've gathered data from various surveys and personal testimonies to give you an accurate representation. It's about understanding that while a country may seem like the perfect getaway or the ideal place for a fresh start, the reality can sometimes be a stark contrast to the dream. So buckle up, because we're about to explore some unexpected regrets. Let's dive into our countdown, starting with number 10. Kicking off our list at number 10 is India, specifically the disputed territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The allure of rich culture, vibrant traditions and mouth-watering cuisine may initially draw expats to this South Asian gem. However, what many don't anticipate are the legal complications and bureaucratic hurdles that can turn dreams of a new life into a regrettable reality. Many have found themselves ensnared in a web of complex paperwork and unanticipated legal issues, like the Pakistani women who, after marrying Indian Kashmiri men, were left without travel documents. This has resulted in a life of isolation, as they are unable to return to Pakistan or even visit their families. The situation is further complicated by the ongoing territorial dispute between India and Pakistan over Jammu and Kashmir, which adds an additional layer of uncertainty and stress. So while India in general may offer numerous opportunities and experiences, it's crucial to be aware of potential legal and geopolitical issues that may arise. Moving on to the 9th most regretted destination. Coming in at number 9 is the land of scenic beauty and cultural richness, India. Now, while many are drawn to its diverse landscapes and vibrant traditions, expats often find themselves in a fix due to the country's complex bureaucracy. For example, just consider the plight of Pakistani women married to Kashmiri men. They are stuck in legal limbo, unable to return home due to unresolved issues with travel documents. Furthermore, the language barrier can be a significant hurdle for those who don't speak Hindi or any of the numerous regional languages. Also, adjusting to the local customs and traditions can be quite overwhelming for some, leading to a sense of alienation and regret. The heat, noise, and chaos of the bustling cities, while exciting for some, can be quite draining for others. The country's infamous air pollution is another drawback, especially for those with respiratory issues. Also, the stark socio-economic disparities can be unsettling for those coming from more egalitarian societies. Don't get us wrong, India has much to offer, but it seems that the challenges of navigating this vast and diverse nation have led many expats to regret their decision. Next up, the 8th country on our list. At number 8, we have India. Now, India is known for its rich history, vibrant culture, and diverse landscapes. However, it's not always the dream destination for expats. One of the main reasons people regret moving to India is due to the significant bureaucratic challenges. Take, for instance, the plight of Pakistani women married to Kashmiri men, who find themselves trapped in legal limbo, unable to visit their families in Pakistan due to lack of travel documents. Moreover, the country faces issues such as pollution, overpopulation, and a stark contrast between urban and rural lifestyles, which can be a culture shock for many. The healthcare system, while improving, is still not up to the standards that many Western expats are accustomed to. And then, there's the infamous Indian bureaucracy. Despite the digital revolution, dealing with government agencies can be a time-consuming and frustrating process. In spite of its many charms, these challenges can make life in India less than idyllic for some expats. Ready for number 7? Here it comes. Number 7 on our list is the disputed territory of Jammu and Kashmir. This region, claimed by both India and Pakistan, has become a regretted destination for many who have moved there. The primary reason behind this regret is the geopolitical tension that has left hundreds of people, especially Pakistani women married to Kashmiri men, trapped in a legal limbo. These individuals are left without proper travel documents and are unable to return to their home country. The continuous tension and uncertainty have led to psychological distress, with many battling depression and a sense of hopelessness. While the natural beauty of the region is undeniable, the political instability and lack of freedom to move have made it a regrettable choice for those who have relocated there. Now let's move to number 6 on our list. Next up at number 6, we have Russia. Russia's rich history, diverse culture, and stunning landscapes can be enticing for many. However, expats often find themselves grappling with the harsh reality of living in this vast country. A significant issue that leaves many regretting their move is the language barrier. Although English is taught in schools, it is not commonly spoken outside major cities, making everyday tasks a challenge. The extreme weather also takes a toll. Winters in Russia are notoriously harsh, with temperatures often dropping below freezing for months on end. This can make everyday life uncomfortable and even hazardous. Additionally, many expats express disappointment with the country's bureaucratic processes. Things like registering a residence or opening a bank account can be a complex, time-consuming affair. And then there's the cost of living. While some things are cheaper than in the West, many find that the cost of quality goods and services can be surprisingly high. Lastly, the cultural differences can be stark. While Russians are known for their hospitality, their direct communication style and reserved demeanor can be off-putting for newcomers. Brace yourselves for the top 5 most regretted countries to move to. Breaking into the top 5, at number 5 is India. Now, India is a country full of vibrant culture, traditions, and history, but it's also a place where many expats have expressed regret after moving. The reasons? Well, they're as diverse as the nation itself. One of the primary factors is the bureaucratic red tape. Foreigners often find themselves tangled in a web of complex and time-consuming procedures, whether it's getting a residence permit or setting up a bank account. Next, the cultural differences and language barrier can be a massive shock, even for the most seasoned travelers. While English is widely spoken in urban areas, in rural regions, communication can become a real challenge. Moreover, the extreme disparity between wealth and poverty can be hard to digest for many. The sight of extravagant luxury coexisting with extreme poverty can be quite overwhelming. Finally, the pollution levels in certain cities have been a concern for many expats, affecting their quality of life. Despite these challenges, India still holds an undeniable charm for those looking for a unique and enchanting experience. However, it's clear that it's not everyone's cup of chai. We're getting closer to the top. Let's see who's at number 4. At number 4, we find ourselves in the culturally rich and historically complex region of Indian-administered Kashmir. A place of stunning beauty, it's not the scenery that expats find disappointing, but the complicated geopolitical situation. Many individuals find themselves regretting their decision to move here, especially Pakistani women married to local Kashmiri men. Caught in a legal limbo, these women are unable to return to their homeland or visit their families due to the disputed status of the region. This regrettable circumstance is not due to a lack of integration or cultural shock, but rather the result of a contentious international dispute. It's a stark reminder that sometimes it's not just about the destination, but also the political and legal realities that can make living there a regrettable experience. The suspense is building. Let's move on to the top 3. Bronze medal for regret goes to India. Now, don't get us wrong. India is a country of rich culture, vibrant traditions, and delicious cuisine. However, the reality of living there can be a shock for some expats. The heavy bureaucracy can make simple tasks feel like a marathon. The traffic, pollution, and noise in urban areas can be overwhelming. And the stark contrast between wealth and poverty is something that takes a lot of getting used to. Language barriers can also pose a significant challenge, despite English being widely spoken. Furthermore, the complex social structures and norms may leave some feeling isolated or misunderstood. But perhaps the most regretted aspect is the struggle with obtaining and maintaining correct legal documentation. As seen with the Pakistani women stranded in the disputed territory of Jammu and Kashmir, this can result in severe consequences. So if you're considering a move to India, make sure you're prepared for the cultural and bureaucratic hurdles that lay ahead. We're at the final stretch. Who made it to number 2? The runner-up on our regret list is, drumroll please, India. Now, don't get us wrong. India is a country of rich history, diverse cultures, and mouth-watering cuisines. But expats often find the transition here rather challenging. The reasons? Well, let's dive in. Firstly, the extreme cultural differences can be a shock, especially for Western expats. The intense hustle and bustle, the heavy traffic, and the population density can be overwhelming. Secondly, the language barrier. While English is widely spoken in urban areas, it's a different story in rural regions. Next up, the weather. The scorching summer heat in India is not for the faint-hearted. And let's not forget the pollution issues, particularly in big cities like Delhi and Mumbai. Lastly, the bureaucracy. The red tape and corruption can be frustrating to say the least. Cases of individuals stuck in legal limbo, like the Pakistani women in Jammu and Kashmir, are not unheard of. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The number one most regretted country to move to is, and the country that tops the list is, India. According to several expat surveys, people who move to India often express deep regrets, primarily due to the country's complex bureaucracy, vast cultural differences, and environmental issues. The difficulty in obtaining necessary documents to live and work there, as highlighted in the story of Pakistani women stranded in Kashmir, is just one of the many bureaucratic hurdles that expats face. The cultural shock, including vast differences in social norms and traditions, often leaves newcomers feeling isolated and out of place. And lastly, the environmental concerns, including air pollution and sanitation issues, pose serious health risks that many expats hadn't anticipated. So there you have it, the top 10 countries that people regret moving to the most. Remember, it's always wise to research thoroughly before making such a life-changing decision.